Hey everyone, and welcome back to the series on Python. In the last session, we understood about using logical operators. We understood how we can use logical operators to basically improve our statements. Basically, we can combine and manipulate multiple statements using logical operators like and, or, and even not. Today in this session we are going to see how we can use logical operators in conditional statements. This will be a practical way of using logical operators. Let's get started. Now this is just the revision. We have understood that we can increase the basically functionality for conditional statements using logical operators, and we will actually do this practically today. We can combine and manipulate multiple truth values using logical operators, and these were the truth tables. This is for OR operator. In OR operator, basically if even one of those values are true, the whole result becomes true, right? Like in the first three examples, in these ones you can see even one of the values are true, the whole result is going to be true. But in the last one you can see none of those values are true, both of them are false, so the result became false. But for AND operator, even if one of those values are false, the whole result will be false, right? Like this, both operators should be true to make the result true, like in this case only, and otherwise in every case the result is going to be false because one of those values are false for AND operator. Now for NOT operator, this basically reverts the value or reverts the boolean or truth value. So if we are using NOT with true, it will change that to false, and if we are using NOT with false, it will change that to true. Using logical operators with conditional statements. Let's see right on ideally. So let's go ahead and open up ideally first. Now we have seen something like this, right? 2 equal to 2 and 3 equal to 3. And this is true, right? So why is this true? First of all, I will recommend pausing the video and think about it once. Now let me explain to you. This whole thing 2 equals to 2 is true, right? And this thing 3 equals to 3 is also true. So true and true. In this situation, both of those values are true. So using AND operator will give us true also. In the next example, let's say 3 greater than 1 or 2 less than 1. Now first of all, pause the video and think what will be the output. Now let's see the output. We got true. Why it is true? Let me explain. 3 greater than 1 is true, right? So it's something like true, and then or, and then 2 less than 1. So 2 less than 1 is obviously not true, right? So it is false. But in OR operator, even if one of those values are true, the whole result is true. So we got true over here. Now in this session we will understand about how can we use these things in conditions. So let's go ahead and create a new file. Actually, I'm going to open up the old file that I worked on, and I also recommend you that create a rough file in which you can do any of the things, like any practical or rough work in Python. You can then obviously store a file that basically you can store the program in another separate file if you want to, but for rough work I will recommend keeping a file and not creating a new one every time we do. So let's say if, and also I have a habit of using parenthesis after if and else, sorry, not else, elif commands. It's because I basically have this habit of using these in other languages. So if I do something like if 2 equal to 2, it's same as saying if 2 equal to 2. Okay, so parenthesis doesn't do anything, and this parenthesis doesn't mean that if is a function. It's not a function. Okay, so just keep that in mind. You can use parenthesis or you can leave it on your own wish. It's completely optional, and I just do it for my personal preference. So if we do something like this, if 2 equal to 2, print, let's say hello. Obviously we know this condition is right or this condition is true, right? So the Python language processor is going to be printing hello for us. Let's see. Yes, we got hello. Now what if we do something like this and 3 equal to 3? What do you think will happen? Now if you remember, 2 equal to 2 and 3 equal to 3 gave us the result of true, right? The same thing is over here, 2 equal to 2 and 3 equal to 3. So this whole expression is going to be true, and hence this if condition will run and print out hello. Let's see. Yes, we got hello again. Now we can also add elif statements if we want to, like 3 equal to 3 or 5, or let's just leave it because it will be very much confusing for us for now. You can understand simply it will be the same thing for elif also, right? Now let's just change the condition. 3 greater than 1 and 2 equal to 3. So first of all, pause the video and think whether Python will print hello or not. Now let's see the output. See, we did not get anything, and the reason for it is this whole expression is going to be false. And why is this the case? Let's see. So first of all, 3 greater than 1. Okay, so this is true, right? So we can replace this by true. Python will replace this thing by true internally during processing the code. And the next thing is 2 equals to 3. This is false. 2 is not equal to 3. So this will be false, and true and false. Obviously this whole result will be false, right? Because we are using AND operator. And in the case of AND operator, even if one of the truth values are false, the whole result will be false. So this whole thing will be equal to false, and obviously if this condition is false, it will not run. So that was the reason. So now let's see OR operator. What if we do OR? We know that the first condition is true, right? And second one is false. So true or false, this should be true, right? Because we are using OR, and OR gives us true even if one of those truth values are true. So we should get hello. Let's see. Yes, we got hello. And even you can use your common English language logic, that is 3 is greater than 1 or 2 is equal to 3. That means even if one of those conditions are true, we have to do this thing, right? Basically what I'm saying is, we can say this thing is 3 is greater than 1 or 2 is equal to 3. So this is just a simple English language. You can see this as a condition too, right? OR operator and operator works on basic English like that. So it's saying 3 is greater than 1 or 2 is equal to 3. So if even one of those things is correct, the whole thing is going to be correct, right? Because it's OR, and we know in OR, in even English language, the whole statement becomes correct if a single statement becomes correct. But for AND, both has to be correct. Let's get rid of that because it's an invalid code. Now let's talk about NOT operator. Let's say NOT. First of all, let's just say true. So NOT operator reverses the value, right? So yep, we didn't get anything, and the reason is not true became false. So this whole thing became false, and we did not get the output as hello. Now let's try some conditions. Let's say 3 equals to 5. This is false, right? But we are using not, so that false will get converted to true. So we should get hello. Let's see. Yes, we got hello. So this is it for this session on Python about working with logical operators in conditional statements. I hope you got a basic idea of using conditionals with logical operators. And if it will be more clear when you will do practice, and when I will actually discuss about operators precedence, it will be much clearer than now. So I hope this was helpful to you, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.